Hello, and welcome to ASMR. Anyway, so I hope everyone is well during the current climate. So today I'm joined by the hat-trick hero, Caleb.
Hello.
Ever loyal to this podcast. I love it, Caleb. I love it. But then we're finally getting a bit of diversity to the table. It's amazing. Welcome, Holly. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Awesome.
It's a privilege.
Holly actually runs her own little podcast. Is it the Lockdown Lowdown?
It is indeed.
It is indeed. Which is I think it's very cute. I've listened to it. It's nice. It's a nice like chill.
Yeah. Just
very very informal. Lovely. If you're bored, give it a listen. This will also be going
I'll
up on.
take that as a compliment. If you're bored, give it a listen. That'll do.
Well, that's became the catchphrase for ours. If you're bored, listen. If you don't want it, then hey, fuck it. You don't have to. Yeah. I hope if you do put this on YouTube, Holly doesn't get demonetized or whatever, because I tend to swear quite a bit.
I won't get any AdSense. God damn it.
No. So today we're going to be talking about, for a nice chill topic, we're going to talk about childhood nostalgia. Very positive thing to think about these days. And then we will have a little look at social media. Is it better for has it been good for us? Has it been bad for us? We'll find out. And then we were going to be doing a daft topic of the whole debate of tea versus coffee, which tea wins, by the way. No questions asked. Okay, it's Caleb's nodding. Holly's shaking her head.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for tea. I mean, coffee's good, but tea's it's tea, innit?
It's essential. But then I would like to dedicate a few little bits at the end to address the current situation in America and now the UK. And it's global now. It's gone over, and that's of course the Black Lives Matter movement and police brutality, if you will. But we'll get to that later. We'll save the doom and gloom for the end, and we'll get started. So, childhood nostalgia. I like your phrase, Holly. We're having a little chat before. I like what you said. Did you say it was memory lane?
Yeah, like a good way to describe it would just be like taking a trip down memory lane.
Yeah, I like that. So, to start right, I'm going to start with TV shows. Mine is I've always debated between Tom and Jerry and SpongeBob, because I think they're gods here, in my opinion. But I mean, Caleb, what's a show that you can just go back to all the time and just never get bored, even when you're 40?
Horrible Histories, actually. I fucking love it. It's so good.
God's here. The actors are funny. It was so weird seeing him in in Sex Education.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he ends up and he shags one of the other teachers in Sex Education. I was like, that's my childhood ruined.
Can't watch it again.
Yeah. But no, that's a good shout. Horrible Histories. That's probably. I didn't even think about that. Shit.
I forgot about that as well, to be fair. CBBC, that was where it was at.
Unlocked.
Sure.
But no, yeah, I don't know if you two are a fan of Tom and Jerry.
Watch bits.
I don't know how you can't be.
Definitely watched it. I did like it, and my dad's got a lot of posters and stuff. He liked it as well, because that obviously dates back like a long time.
Good man.
It's been running a long time, that show. I don't know when it was first aired, but I know it's a long time.
Oh, Lord Almighty! Ages ago. It's just it's family fun, or is it? Because it's fucking brutal. Like, some of the stuff they do to each other. Yeesh. But I mean, SpongeBob. Yeah, I'm probably going to tip it off as my favorite, SpongeBob.
Can I admit something?
Go on, ruin the podcast. Go on, do it.
So of course I've watched SpongeBob, but
okay, that's what you're gonna say.
I didn't grow up with Disney. Like we didn't have Sky, so I've missed a lot of like films and stuff like that. So I barely watched SpongeBob, and everyone always names these characters, and I'm like, I don't know who that is.
I'm the same as Holly.
Yeah.
I never watched it as a kid, really.
What?
Like, obviously, I've seen bits, but I've never watched it properly.
Yeah.
What, SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Fuck.
You're on your own on this one.
My dad still watches it. That's how sick it is. Oh no. I thought you were both going to back me up on that one.
I'm sorry to disappoint.
I I don't know how to react
Do
to
you
that.
still watch it now?
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah. Come on, Ollie, if my dad's watching it, I'm gonna watch it as well. It's peak television. The acting in that is phenomenal. I mean, they've got a snail that meows.
Is it on
Nick-
Disney Plus?
No, SpongeBob was Nickelodeon.
Oh, right, okay.
I mean, he can light a fire underwater and he can go swimming underwater.
Oh, in that case, I'm watching it.
Exactly. You're telling me SpongeBob's not a king? But no, yeah. And then Disney Channel as well. I mean, Caleb, obviously, as lads, you know, expecting us to be watched, but I'm not afraid to say it. Jesse, Victorious, iCarly, Sam and Cat, mate, I was all over it. All over it.
Can't say I was. Can't say I was.
Quality television. It's fantastic, and you know,
It was
it's
like,
just-
for
Go on,
me, it
Holly.
was like a treat to be able to watch shows like that, because my nana had Sky, so every like second
Oh, okay.
weekend when I'd go to my nana's, would be able to
Yeah,
watch like iCarly and Charlie and Me and stuff like that, and I loved it. So it was good while it lasted, but obviously I didn't get to watch it that much. But
But I mean, to actually actually that's just came into my head, right? I don't know about you, but I was up at like 4:30 in the morning trying to watch stuff like Recess. I don't know if you watch Recess.
no.
Seriously,
No.
wow, you're going to annoy a lot of viewers. Anyway, okay, what about it's got right, Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids. Come on.
Oh yeah, that rings a bell. Is that the one where it started on a screen? It would count down from 5 in like the black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I do remember that. It was very weird.
Caleb.
I'm
Dude,
sorry.
Dude, what
I'm
did you
sorry.
What did you watch?
I don't know. Just like
Oh.
you see BBC in that. Like Scooby Doo was that was a vibe.
Horrid
You
Henry.
redeemed yourself.
I loved a
You've-
bit of
Oh.
Horrid Henry.
You have redeemed yourself.
Horrid Henry.
Because
Watching him.
yeah, Scooby Doo.
quality.
Henry there. Oh my god, fair play. I was getting worried there because I was going to bring Scooby Doo up, but you've redeemed yourself and you beat me to it. But Grizzly Tales, seriously, Caleb?
Yeah, never seen it.
So
I don't think anyway.
before school, were you not up at like 4:30 in the morning?
No, I actually had a sleep schedule.
That's cute. Okay, right. Screw that. I'm gonna have to move on a different type of nostalgia. Screw TV shows. You two are uneducated. Uneducated. Fucking use his time in lockdown wisely. Although
Watch kids shows.
Is lockdown even a thing anymore? With a bunch of swats meeting up and having raves in the woods.
Damn.
Like, don't have raves in the woods. Come on.
And if you're gonna, at least don't litter.
Oh yeah. To be fair, if you want to like risk, getting a virus and whatnot, then okay, that's your life. But obviously, you'd be bringing it home to your family and whatnot. But yeah, the littering as well is just disrespectful. Anyway, no doing. Oh yeah, by the way, when I meant twats meeting up, I was not talking about the protests that are going on. I was meaning more, people have been actually having parties in the woods and then just leaving their rubbish absolutely everywhere. And it's just a bit grim. But yeah, no, right, nostalgia. Back to that important topic. What was, because right, Caleb and Holly, maybe I'm being sexist here because I'm asking Caleb this, but Caleb, were you a Pokemon or a Yu-Gi-Oh person?
To be honest, I wasn't too into it either. But if I had to choose, it would be Pokemon.
Ah, no. Nah, I was Yu-Gi-Oh, mate. Holly, were you? I'm gonna have to ask.
I was none. What is I've heard of Pokemon. What was the other one?
I feel betrayed.
Like
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I don't really get Yu-Gi-Oh, to be honest.
No, never heard of that.
I had the books like you had the match attacks and match attacks. We'll come back to that, Caleb.
Oh yeah, sure.
Match attacks in full of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and you'd battle each other, or you trade cards. Oh my god,
I remember
scandalous.
I used to have like books, like I collected you'd get the packs of them, but I swear mine were for like, I remember one of them I think was Moshi Monsters maybe, or like Hannah Montana, or like.
Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking.
But no, I've never into Pokemon. No.
Right, but again, like Caleb just did, you just redeemed yourself with Moshi Monsters. We all had an account. Don't lie. We all
Oh,
did.
We
obviously.
all did. What animal were
I
you? Well, not animal, but
I,
whatever they were
I
called.
opted for that. You know, is that like a Diablo or something? The flaming
Yeah,
fella with the
yeah,
volcano.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had them.
So did I.
He's boss. He's boss. He's the best. He's the best by far.
For sure.
I love them little pets you could get as well. Like, you know, the little that little blue
Moshlings, were they?
fur ball. Moshlings, yeah. There was a little blue fur ball with
I know too much.
Yeah, with a little blue fur ball with a staff. Can't remember his name.
I had
It
so
was
much Moshi Monsters stuff. Like I had the little like keyrings that you could get, and just anything Moshi Monsters, you name it, I had it.
What did you prefer that though, or Bin Weevils?
Bin
'Cause I prefer
Weevils, Bin Weevils all the way. I bought membership and everything.
Oh,
I was a
no.
tycoon. Is that what you called them? A bin tycoon or something?
yeah. They've made Bin Weevils like adult now, haven't they?
Are they?
Yeah, genuinely. So you can not safe for work. You can just say whatever you want on the lobbies and whatnot. Which,
Why on bin wheels?
yeah, have fun with that. I think it was because everyone's in lockdown, so they thought, we're gonna. I'm just looking at Moshlings right now because I want to know what this little blue fucker's called. Do you remember him? He's got like an eye. He's got an eye patch.
Oh
He's a little
yeah,
purple. He's got a staff.
Vaguely.
I think I
Moshling.
remember.
Blue fluff ball. No, it's not.
I don't know
What's
if
his-
I'm being too judgmental here, but I'm going to assume none of you guys have maybe even heard of it. Never mind, play it. But I played this thing called Movie Star Planet,
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah.
It rings a bell, yeah.
and I bought membership on that as well. I mean, that was my life. Bit of Movie Star Planet. I like that one.
Movie
It
Star
was good.
It's a Diablo, not a Diablo. My bad. A Diablo. What was he called? All right, I need to distract myself with something else whilst I Google this because I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here for the whole hour.
How
Do
many-
you remember that? You could play that little arcade game. It was kind of like Angry Birds, and you had to beat someone. Is he called Doctor Strangelove or Strangeglove or something?
Oh yeah.
I think it is. Is it Strangeglove? I'm gonna have to stop doing this.
You're going to end
Strangeglove.
up going down a rabbit hole here.
No, it's not Strangeglove.
What
That is
other games did you
that
guys?
is, that is not Moshi Monsters.
God. What other games did you guys play then? So there was like what Moshi Monsters, Club Penguin. Was anyone a Club Penguin person?
I wasn't too big on Club Penguin.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't a
never
big
played it.
Penguin person.
There was also one I played a lot called Animal Jam.
That's him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there it
That's
is.
him. It Strange Love.
Oh yeah.
Glove. Strange Glove. I don't know, but yeah,
That's
he was
ringing a
bit
lot
weird.
of bells now. Actually, I swear I just collected all of the characters, like loads of cards and stuff.
No, yeah. Because you could do the normal thing with Moshmons, but there was an actual like storyline if you bought like the access pass or something. There's an actual storyline to their whole little world. It was class. What's his fucking name? Moshlings. I'll just search Moshlings. Caleb, Hot Wheels opinions.
Hot Wheels, class.
Thank you.
I loved me some Hot Wheels.
We're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you know, I was always a bit of a tomboy growing up. Well, kind of, because I was obsessed with Ben 10 as well.
Oh yeah,
My
yeah,
little brother was, yeah.
I rate that.
And you know, he had that watch and whatever he did with the watch and save the world type thing, whatever. And I bought one of them watches and pretended to be Ben 10. I think I had a Ben 10 backpack and everything. Like, I loved it.
Get him. That is pretty decent. What? Oh my god, I'm looking at all the names here. Sweeney Blob.
How many was there? How many different
Oh,
what would
Holly,
you even call it? Characters? Like,
I'm into like the hundreds now.
oh no,
There's-
George. Oh dear. Remaining meat in time.
Upgrade people.
We'll be all right.
Upgrades people.
So match tax, George.
Yeah.
When did you start? When did you finish?
Well, I haven't actually been I wasn't a massive match attack. I haven't been a massive football fan for always. I've been coerced into it all my life, but I haven't been a massive fan of it all my life. But yeah. I mean, as a Tottenham fan, mate, I was much more backing up the fantasy stuff. Obviously, I did collect them, and I used to get the little packs every time I went to the corner shop or whatever. But No, I wasn't a massive Match Attax hooligan.
So I wasn't too like big into football, but I loved Match Attax.
Yeah, no.
It was that little addiction I had going on.
I mean, when you got like a Club 100 one or like I don't even know what they're called. A
You want
shiny.
a shiny.
That's what we call them. A shiny. No, that's that sense of I've achieved something by getting a shiny card.
I've just thought of something god tier to my childhood. The Simpsons. That was
The Simpsons, yeah.
Every night, 6:30, I collected things. I loved The Simpsons. That was like a big thing to me.
I love the film. I thought the film was sick.
Oh, the film's good.
It was good, yeah.
I actually watched that not too long ago.
The Halloween episodes terrified me as a kid. They scared the living daylights out of me.
I just always really liked that.
Huh?
I just always really liked that, even though it was maybe like, because it was never subtle. Like, they always talked about like big topics in like subtle ways. And it often could have been quite, not inappropriate, but for a kid, maybe.
No, it was the one where Homer went mental and started trying to kill his family. He's like, it turned into like The Shining, and he tries to attack Marge with a bat. It's terrifying, and no child should see that. It shaped us as to who we are today. I still can't find the name of that fucking blue
Well, on that topic then, what type of things did like traumatize you as a kid then? Is there any like distinctive things that were bad memories? I know we're on about good memories, but I'm trying to think of anything that scarred me that I saw. Oh, did you guys ever watch the movie Monsters House?
Monster House?
Yeah. Was that it? When them 3 kids got like sucked into the house?
Yeah.
That terrified me for so long. That movie scared me.
Yeah, that was I still go back and watch that actually. It's a sick film.
I kid you not, I was looking at films to watch the other day because it's on Netflix and it was quite late at night and it came up and I thought I'll still be too scared to watch it. It's actually quite a scary film.
The one film that proper traumatized me as a kid, and I still refuse to watch it now. Coraline, but buttons for eyes. Nah, I wasn't having it. I was not having it.
I quite liked it. I actually had a Caroline little statue thing. The one with the normal eyes, not the button eyes.
That's scary.
I still don't actually remember what it was about. I can't remember it, but I just remember it being creepy.
I can't really think what the actual storyline was. Oh, it was basically that weird mum liked kids' eyes. Like she collected kids' eyes or something. I don't know, it was weird.
That's messed up. That's so messed up.
I don't remember that.
But I think that's what I got from it anyway. Maybe there's someone else to it, I'm not sure, but I was actually thinking back to it the other day. A lot of Disney movies are actually like really sad storylines.
Oh yeah. Someone described to me Finding Nemo. It was like when you put it in a different context and it's like a man has to watch his wife get murdered and then bring up his kid as a single father, and then he loses him because he gets kidnapped, and then he has to chase him halfway across the world with a mentally deranged person. You're like, Finding Nemo. Okay, is that his name? Fuck no. I remember that fellow.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't find him. And it's
take your mind off him.
No, I can't, mate. Is it Big Bad Bill? Yes,
Big Bad Bill.
That's him.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was like Chief something or other, but Big Bad Bill, that's the one.
How is he dealing in moshlings?
He was. How far deep was he on the? He was 89th. So I've scrolled through 89 columns. He was ultra rare series 1, 2008, mate.
Mad.
As if you've just scrolled through 80 whatever columns to find that.
I had to know because when that happens to me, I have to it has to be done or my brain won't be set right. Did any of you ever own Heelys? Because I certainly did.
No.
No, did you not, Kelly?
I wasn't old.
I got treated to them, and Okay, George, I know you hate me saying this word, but this is, I got them when I was in Florida for the first time. When I was young, I was 7 and we got them and me and my sister couldn't use them. Like, were you good with them? We couldn't do it.
God, no. It was dreadful. But
They just fell
You just
over
have to
everywhere.
that's a taboo word.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, Heelys. No, I was terrible. I was injuring myself on them all the time.
I didn't get very far on them, but I sometimes see kids wearing them now and they're going all over the shot. Like, it looks really easy, and I sometimes want to give it another go.
No,
Give Heelys a chance.
Give Heelys a chance. It was just. Do you remember that? I don't know if you remember the advert. It was like G-Arcs, the shoes that breathe. I don't know if you remember that one.
I remember that one.
That
Yeah.
advert where the shoes literally drew breath, and I was like,
Yeah.
what? Oh, honestly,
That
mate.
image was stuck in my mind for a long time.
No, literally shoes breathing. I was like, okay. Everything was just so much weirder. Like looking back on it, I find it weird because at the time it was just so normal.
Yeah, I get that. Sometimes when you look back on things, it is weird, and you just not normal now.
Did either of you ever do anything like strange as a child?
Yeah, all the time.
Like,
I was a weird kid. Like, I was weird.
Give us some.
Oh, you put me on the spot here.
I know.
Something will come to me eventually. I don't know, it was just weird. Like, even the clothes I wore. I mean, obviously.
Oh, the fashion sense back in the day.
Like,
wow.
I was wearing Hannah Montana dresses and just
What's wrong with that?
just things that just didn't match. But like, I'm glad it was like that. Even when I got to like 10 and 11, like 12-year-olds these days are all in crop tops and stuff. I was still rocking like t-shirts that said "You go, girl" and stuff like that.
You go, girl. Yeah. No, the fashion wasn't better for lads either. Do you remember Cabrini? Remember the brand Cabrini? Oh, mate, I divulged.
I had a Cabrini top.
I had the trainers, mate. Oh God,
Jesus, no.
Isn't it mad though? But when you watch like Geordie Shore, they were dressing like that whilst going out and actually seeing people. Like,
how to manage that?
Like at least we were children.
Oh yeah,
Cabrini. Wow. Oh, what a throwback! That just came to my mind. No, yeah, the fashion sense back in the day wasn't
great.
No.
Well, when I was like 10, I used to have like proper shoulder length long hair. That was probably my darkest time
I need to see that
as a person.
Darkest time as a human being.
No one's
got a picture of it.
From where?
Your passport.
Oh no.
I've got a picture of that somewhere. I can probably find it. But I've got about 9,000.
It's so bad.
I might have to do that. Because I was like, it wouldn't matter because we're on a podcast, but I thought, well, if Holly's gonna upload it to YouTube, then
Oh no.
Might as well. I might have to do that. I'm sorry, Caleb. I might have to flash it at the end. I'll make it like a teaser trailer for next time to make sure everyone tunes in just so they can see that photo. You could get so much more views, Caleb.
Oh no. Exploit me, please.
Ooh, just came to my mind. Childhood meals.
Ooh.
So like, school dinners. Like stuff.
Did you have packed lunch or did you have school dinners?
I used to be school dinners all the time. And then I moved on to packed lunch later. And I was only a packed lunch kind of person pushing into secondary school, because Nelson lunchtime was a pretty brutal place.
It really was. It was awful.
I can tell you some horror stories of the poor kids in the lunch queue. We'll never be seen again.
Never. It's over.
I remember a lot of meals from primary. One meal I seem to remember is having like just a plain sponge cake with custard.
Oh,
I think that's what I'm thinking, but like it tasted so good.
Mm-hmm. Like Holly, you were baking something on your story the other day, and I was convinced it was the
Yeah.
Caleb, do you remember that classic sponge cake? and it had the white icing on with the sprinkles.
It's
Oh,
hard to forget. It's hard to forget.
Yeah, it did
Oh,
look like it.
wow.
It's just that it was lemon zest, the one that I had. But other than that, it was pretty much the same thing.
no, yeah, but back in like primary was, OP because like the brownie and the warm custard. Oh, mate, crying just thinking about it.
Get me back. Or not. No. But yeah. The food was
Fantastic.
it was all right. The desserts especially were good.
Yeah,
When you
desserts
got into
were
the main
best
meals,
bit.
it was lacking a bit. But desserts were good.
I mean, I say this is childhood nostalgia. If I really, really, really wanted to, I could just make half the stuff now. If I could be asked.
It'd ruin the magic.
It would exactly. It would ruin the magic. It wouldn't feel the same. It's like McDonald's or Greg's releasing their recipes for stuff. Like it'll be nice, but it's just not the same. If we do it,
Yeah, that's kind of like some things are just like sacred to your childhood.
Yeah.
Like I go to Centre Parks like every year. I don't know, it's only in Penrith, but that's like a very like holiday thing to me. And I was gonna get a job there at one point, and I just thought I can't do it. That's like just a holiday place for me. I don't want to be working there and ruin it. So
yeah. Nice. I'm just thinking about waffles and smiley faces.
Oh, smileys and gravy.
did you guys have like the spaghetti like shapes and letters and things that
Oh,
was
yeah.
made like into macaroni as well, like macaroni cheese?
Yeah.
All the
I'm not a
canned
fan of
foods.
to be honest with you.
I was never a fan of macaroni really, but I'm realizing a lot of the foods I ate when I was younger are from like cans and the freezer, and now it's a much more like veg
Proper.
and stir fries and proper food and sauces and stuff. It was all just very basic when you're young, but obviously, were you guys like?
No, getting the different like letters in that, and or from like your favorite TV shows, like they always did something with skate hoops and.
They basically just did. Do you think they did that just to get kids to eat things?
Yeah,
So
probably.
the parents could be like, "This
Great
is
marketing strategy. Can't put it down.
yeah."
So, have any of you thought of anything weird that you've done? Because I'm not gonna let you get away
I
with it.
thought of something, but I don't know if it was that weird or not. I mean, you're a kid. I mean, surely it's normal. But I did like imaginary things a lot. So
Oh
I
yeah.
wouldn't say I had like an imaginary friend really, but me and my sister would play like imaginary games in the garden, and we played imaginary horses. So you'd get a skipping rope, and then one person would pretend to be the horse, and that was one weird thing.
That's not where I thought that was going. One horse.
So one person like pretends to be the horse, and the other one holds on to it, and like you run around, and you know.
Okay.
No, that is a bit weird. It's like them like like you get like the horse head on like a stick and you pretend to ride around. That's what you just reminded me of. Haunting. So no, Holly, that is gonna go down as weird.
Yeah, fair enough. Just kind of things like that, making up imaginary games. But I guess that's all good for the imagination.
I suppose.
Yeah.
The only weird thing that you've got is your hair.
Is my hair?
Is no Caleb's hair. That's the only thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh right.
Oh no, I was a strange child. There's much worse than my hair. We're not going to go there, you know. Right, not the weirdest thing I ever did.
Oh God.
Not the weirdest thing I ever did. Was I used to like sit next to the road and shoot cars with a Nerf gun. And then the driver sometimes used to get out and shout at me and threaten to call the police.
I'm not surprised.
And I was like 10.
Oh, so you basically
good times.
You committed Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Yeah. So you're a criminal. So you're telling me.
What about you, George? I can imagine you did some weird things. I don't know why. I can just picture it.
It's funny. We used to you know, it's obviously on cars. They've got like little tire caps. I think I might have told you about this, Caleb.
I think you have.
We used to go around nicking the caps off car tires, and because people used to have like cool customized ones. Like some people had it like designed in the shape of a bullet.
What,
Some
isn't like
people
the
had it
valve
designed-
things on the tires?
Yeah, like it didn't like
Yeah.
let all the air out.
I have
It might have done.
custom ones.
Yeah. Oh, do you? Well, yeah, we used to nick them basically. And, like, make a little collection and trade them. It was like a little gang. It was a brutal crime business. If I'm being honest with you,
It doesn't cover it.
I would not get involved unless you want to end up on the wrong side of some bad motherfuckers. So all I'm saying. But yeah, no, we used to collect them and nick them all the time. So does that let the air out of the tires? Because we never.
No.
Ah.
No, I think you'd know if it did. You'd probably be in a lot of trouble.
Caleb, I am trying to look for this photo of you, by the way, just to let you know.
Yeah, you're not gonna find it. It doesn't exist.
Did any of you guys collect anything then? Like, what was your hobby or like interest?
Well, tire caps for starts. I mean, as I said, Yu-Gi-Oh, which you two don't abide by, which is disappointing. Yu-Gi-Oh is class and far better than Pokemon. But you know, Pokemon's taken over these days because of Pokemon Go. But no, I could never join in with the football because I was fat and terrible at it. So
Sorry.
I just sort of stuck to my own thing. Always been more into the fantasy kind of stuff.
I used to collect them. I don't actually know what the proper name for them was called, but you must have heard of them. You know, all them fairy books, and they had like Ruby, the something fairy, and Holidays fairy.
Yeah.
And I used to,
Yeah.
I kid you not, I must have had about 50 books of them. I had like every single one. And
Jesus.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
I'm just on my phone and I'm just finding old photos. If I show some of these, Sam Taylor's gonna kill me. I'm gonna do it anyway. Look at him.
Aw.
He's gonna hate that. He's gonna kill me. He is gonna kill me.
Skin tight.
You know, I noticed, Holly, when you said about that fairy books thing, Caleb, you seem to spark up and you had quite a bit of knowledge there, Caleb.
I've got a lot of knowledge.
The fairies.
Yeah. Obviously, I knew they were present. I can't say I read them too much. There was a lot of chatter around the school population about these books, though. It was
They were good.
they were big.
That's actually brought me onto something. Then when I don't know if I can talk about this. I hope that all of our viewers are over the age of like 10. But when did you guys stop believing in a tooth fairy, or did you ever believe in it, or like Santa and the Easter Bunny?
What do you mean, stop believing?
It's not real, Caleb. I'm sorry.
Oh.
No, because I'm pretty sure that I saw my parents like wrapping presents up really late at night. So I was like, well, what the fuck you doing? Where's Big Man? But then I started to, I don't know, I'd probably say maybe like probably like maybe like 12, 13.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, probably not real, is it? Because
I think I was about 11.
yeah.
13's quite late, to be fair, to realise that Santa's not real.
Getting into year 9 by then.
Maybe it was maybe it wasn't like I didn't believe. Maybe I was being in denial. I was holding on to him.
Holding on to Santa.
I think I was year 7.
Yeah, because they used to show you that tracker of him going around the world and like where he is now.
Oh, I still watch that. It's class.
But it was at like 6 p.m. and he was at your house. He was like, well, he's not, is he?
Where is he? Tracker must have fell off.
Did boys do the tooth fairy then? Am I being like judgmental to think no?
No, yeah, we did.
Yeah. Tooth fairy was.
Did you guys get a pound or 2 or more? Because some people, like, I realized
I'm working
later
class.
on,
We really got to quit.
yeah, some people got more money, and I used to be really jealous of all these people. I remember like when someone said it was one of their big front teeth. Well, like obviously that's like a main a tooth or whatever. They're like, I got a £5, and I was like, what? Like, it made it really unfair.
Caleb says he's working class. Raises his pinky when he has a drink. I'm a traitor. But no, yeah, no. I was only ever a quid at a time, obviously.
Oh yeah, quid standard.
Yeah.
This is the last one I'm going to do. I'm
You're
so sorry,
breaking
Sam.
the
I'm so sorry. It's the OG one. It's the OG one. Thing is, though, he's going to have to go to Holly's YouTube channel to find out what I'm actually talking about because he'll listen to this first and then he'll
Well,
be like,
that'll be a new subscriber for me, so it's a
I
win-win.
know. Nah, he'll probably report your channel to be honest, Holly. So he used to hate.
Is he? What was Is there anything else left to talk about for childhood? Have we missed anything?
Oh,
Go on.
Nintendo Wii.
Oh yeah, Nintendo and DS as well.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
so good, so good. Wii
Mario
Sports,
Kart.
Mario Kart. Oh man.
Did you guys have like a certain time that you had to come off, but you always snuck it to bed and like pretended that you weren't on it? Or
Having little chats on the Nintendo Wii. No, sorry, the little Nintendo chat rooms.
yeah,
Yeah.
we were on a plane once, and we were on a chat with loads of people, and someone wrote like something like "you smell like poo," and me and Emily like cried and got all offended and stuff.
That is a bit far, to be honest.
But
No,
yeah,
but Caleb, I heard you mention Mario Kart there.
Oh, Mario Kart. Special place in my heart.
You're currently looking at the king of Mario Kart.
You wish. I've never lost. It's a lie. I've lost.
Bet you
But
have.
in the last year or so, I've never lost.
That's cute.
So
This is where I'm going to take a quick moment to talk directly to Ed Taylor because I know you're going to listen to this, Ed, and I want that. I'm going directly into the mic here. I want that rematch. I will beat you. I will defeat you. Because basically, I'm going to have to give you to the backstory now. Me and Ed once we had 8 Grand Prix. So that's what, 32 races, 32 individual races. And he won 4 Grand Prix and I won 4. And we were at it for about 2 or 3 hours because he was determined to say that it was better than me, but no. And he would win 2 and I'd win the other 2, or he'd win the 1 and I'd win the next one, then back and forth. So yes, I had to dedicate that bit to him because he's going to lose that rematch. He's going to cry himself to sleep. I'm going to destroy you, Ed. I'm going to take over your life, and you're not the king of Mario Kart, all right? Sorry.
sensitive.
Carry on, Caleb.
Sensitive topic.
Carry on.
yeah, so basically I was just saying how I don't lose. Haven't lost in about a year.
Ha.
Yeah, I'm just class of Mario Kart. So if anyone wants to challenge me to a race of Mario Kart, feel free, and I'll beat you.
You'll get destroyed, Caleb.
You wish.
All right. Yo, this guy. I was competing with, because obviously it was created by was it Japanese game developers?
Mm-hmm.
Japanese. I was taking them on their own game, mate. I was up there in the ranking. You can go on like your me character rankings. Full gold plate, full gold license, right? And I was up there for the fastest laps in the world on Rainbow Road. I argue it to this day. There's some people I don't shut up to, so they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Yep, I was in the top 10s for the fastest lap.
Like in the actual world, or like UK? Or...
Yep. 2008. Was it 2008 or 11? It was a long, long time ago. A long, long time ago. So it has no
George is a world champion.
But I'm holding on to it. All right.
So if you're watching this on YouTube, please fill the comment section with George Baxter plays on automatic. Thank you.
Oh, that's hilarious. I think you find my license has gold because full gold, and I'll do it. I'll do the mirror ones. I'll do automatic. I'll do. Is it 100cc, 50cc, 150cc? I'll do whatever.
No messing about.
This after lockdown. This is happening, Caleb.
Yeah, sweet. I'll beat you.
Let's just do this right and both be fucking dreadful.
Just come 12th and 11th.
Yeah. No, it's not gonna happen. All right.
No.
I can come back. Win straight away. Sorry, Holly. That got a bit heated. I'm sorry you had to see that. So, Caleb, I'd like to reunite our friendship with a little photo.
You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to hurt us both that badly.
Oh, I did.
When was that?
Oh, I did. 2015, I reckon.
That was the first time I drank.
Yeah.
You guys are way too young to be drinking on that.
Yeah, I know.
I think it was earlier than 2015.
Yeah. Well, Holly, look at me now. I'm still a baby. Like, I can't age. But no, yeah. Mario Kart is the best game ever. Right, we're gonna get off that. Because I'm gonna. Start.
Yeah.
Is there anything else nostalgic that you remember from your childhood? Oh, actually, I've got a question. Did you get pocket money?
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
No.
We didn't get pocket money. It was just sort of like, well done for hoovering the stairs. You're a great son. Thank you. I don't remember us getting pocket money, but yeah, you got pocket money, Caleb. For what?
Yeah, but I had to do stuff. Like, I had to wash up and hoover and stuff like that.
Yeah. Good boy.
I know.
Yeah, I think that can safely round up childhood nostalgia, and we will now move on to the serious topic, if you will. And the question is, I just want your first initially answer how you react to this, Caleb, and then I'm going to go to Holly because Holly's an expert on this. I'm going to put so much pressure on you, Holly. Caleb, would you say social media has been influenced for better, for worse? Has it improved human communications, or has it made things a little bit nasty pasty? What's your first gut reaction to that question?
I'd say it's improved communication.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's given a lot of people more of a platform to say what they've got to say. However, that's obviously not always positive, that kind of thing. But I think overall, yeah, it's good for communication.
Well, yeah, so not good as in people can obviously say horrible things.
Yeah, there's lots of I guess bullying, people thinking they can say whatever they want without anyone actually saying anything back or any consequence.
I mean, to be honest, Caleb, I thought you'd hate social media because people can, catch you out, Caleb.
Oh dear, yeah. I didn't hate social media then, did I?
So yeah, I'd probably agree with you, Caleb. I think it is I think you've made quite a fair evaluation there. Obviously, it has proven communication because it's better to just send someone a quick text rather than travel 3 days by horse or send them a letter and wait for a month to reply, which it'd be quite cool at the same time. But yeah, with the whole bullying thing, it is so easy to bully people online. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to the expert on this because you did a project on it in college, I believe, Holly.
I did, yeah.
Tell us some cool stuff about social media.
Well, personally, in my opinion, I was sat on the fence for a long time. Previously, I wouldn't have said it was the best thing, but with that project that I did, I guess I looked at it in a new light, and now I think it's a really good thing. I'd say it's more of a good thing than a bad thing, and especially during lockdown, it's been no one can really say it's been a negative thing during this because it's the main reason we're all doing this right now, staying in contact and stuff.
Yep.
But for my project, basically, I because in school, I don't know if it was maybe the same for boys, maybe worse for girls, but obviously there's the comparing yourself to whatever you see on Instagram, and girls always commenting mean things and stuff, and that got to me a lot in school, and that's why I did a project on it. And then I feel now that doesn't bother me at all. I see all this stuff on Instagram and I'm cool, if they can do that, doesn't affect me. And and that's a really good thing, but I know that it does affect a lot of people. But it's always just the main message I got out of my project was probably just don't believe what you see, because you're only seeing the highlights of people's life and what they post. That's what I'd say is the main.
Wow, that's a great response. So, what actually was your project like?
So my project was basically a documentary. Why have I kind of forgot what it was? I only did it a year ago. It was a documentary, and I basically went round and asked people how they felt about social media. I interviewed my college friends, and then I went out into the public and asked their opinion on it and stuff. And one interesting one was I asked a woman who owned a business, and she said she thought it was a really good thing because that's how she promotes a business, and a lot more businesses use it now.
More exposure.
Yeah, I think it's definitely good for businesses these days. You can get a lot of business through it.
Yeah. So what we'll do, we'll talk about the negative aspects first. we'll sweep those away with a nice positive one. So, what would you say is the number one worst thing about social media, Caleb? And then I'll go to you, Holly.
I think
What you
it's
said
mainly
before.
what I said before. Yeah, I think it's like the ease to bully people, to say negative things, and expect there to be no repercussion from that. I'd say that's the main thing. There's other things, which is like people have got a lot shorter attention spans and stuff now. But I'd say the main things like bullying, that kind of thing.
Yeah. What about sorry, Holly, then I'll go to you, then I'll say that. What would you say is the number one worst thing? Would you sort of go along the lines of what Caleb's saying?
I would say, yeah, definitely for bullying, it's an awful platform to use, and there doesn't seem to be as many consequences as there would if it was in real life. And then I think it's also awful for people losing their individuality and personality at a young age, definitely, because people just follow the trends, and I think that can actually be a really toxic thing. I guess no matter what age, really, you can always be like sucked in by things that might not be true, or yeah, I guess like just following trends is probably a really bad thing. You don't want to get too sucked into that and just be doing things for other people instead of making yourself happy, I guess.
Yeah. Very good, very good. What and another thing I'd probably talk about is like, obviously there's people have learnt the ways of computers and computer science and softwares and whatnot. I sound like such a boomer. And obviously, there's a lot of scams going around. People can hack very easily. So I'll say that's a massive danger. Because obviously people lose a lot of money quite easily. And some people may say, obviously, it sometimes it can be quite obvious when you're going to get scammed. Because I learned something in computer science called phishing, PH. And people do fall for it quite easily. So yeah, that's probably another danger I'll talk about. And then at the same time, it's like when you actually do meet up with people in person, how addicted people are to just sitting there scrolling through the phones.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think that's quite it's quite a bad thing as well, because meant to be enjoying seeing each other and actually communicating face to face, but then you'll be in like the same room and you'll be like sending each other a meme or texting each other when you're in the same room and you're like,
yeah, I've got quite a strong opinion on that, because I remember most of the bad social media stuff was probably to me during like year 10. I remember like you'd be out with your friends and you'd be trying to talk to them. It somewhat affected me a lot. You'd be trying to like have a conversation with them and then ignore you because they're on the phone, and then look up and be like, oh, what was that? And that's something that's always really like got to me. It's like, that's not what life's for. Like, you need to interact in real life. Like, I'm a big believer in face to face is always better than online. I believe that anyway.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. What else is bad about it? Here's quite an interesting question. Do you think people who hold homophobic beliefs, racist beliefs, the bad taboos of the world, if you will, do you think they have a right to use their social media to spread those views or not? Because I've got an interesting take on it, but I want to hear what you think about that first. Either of you, go hell for leather.
Well, I mean, obviously there's like freedom of speech and that.
Yeah.
So you can't really say you can't say that. As much as like everyone might disagree with it. But I think it's tricky. It's tricky. It's ultimately up to who's running the social media sites and that to say what's too far and what's offensive and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the time the homophobic and racist remarks and that kind of thing are obviously hateful and that and overall like hateful remarks and that kind of thing shouldn't be tolerated.
Holly?
I believe that everyone's entitled to have their own opinion. And I think that if you don't like someone's opinion, you just need to try and like brush it off. So on social media, if you see something that you don't like or you don't agree with, I'd say just unfollow it or block it or get it off your feed and follow positive things. And I'd say that's the best way, because I feel like it's hard. I don't think there'll ever be a time where people won't be able to have their opinion. Because because obviously, yeah, everyone's entitled to it, but even though it might be not very nice, I guess you've just got to try and brush it away with more positive stuff, I guess.
See, because what I would say about it is I think those people, as scummy as they are, should have that platform, because if they have that platform and they express their views, then it's out there in the open, and we know that that's their way of thinking. So then we can publicly, condemn them for what they're saying. So you should give these bad people the platform, so then we know who thinks like that, and then slate them for it. It's more prevalent for obviously real life, like speeches or protests or whatever. Because obviously we know who's doing it, but obviously online you can get away with it by creating fake accounts or whatnot. But most of the time you can establish, right, this person has this belief, so we can condemn them for having these horrible beliefs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it really shows people's true colors as well. Like, if you see someone being like that, I was just trying to think to myself, well, like it's on them. They're the person who is probably small-minded, and you've just got to think, well, I don't like their way of thinking. Like, I think I'm a better person than them, type thing.
Yeah. So, what are the positives of? What is the number one positive thing about social media, Caleb?
I'd say it creates a lot of, I don't know, like a sense of community kind of thing. A lot of places, and I think that's really important for like especially with what's going on now, Black Lives Matter kind of movement. I don't think that'll get the same kind of traction it does now, as if it would, if there wasn't like social media or something, knocking about. So I think it's important for that kind of thing, and just communities in general, and people's general well-being and staying in contact with people. I think it's important.
Holly, what's the number one most positive thing about social media?
I honestly think the best part of it is the fact that you can, realistically, it can be a job. Like, you can get paid for it. I mean, with YouTube and platforms like that, you can like create content that you enjoy making and get paid for it. And to me, that's such like a positive thing. And the fact that you can use it to put your work out there and people support each other on it. And you can be friends with people like across the world. I think it really just brings people closer together.
Yeah.
I'd say that's the best part. That you could talk to someone like thousands of miles away in seconds.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Me being a little boomer still sits there and thinks it is mental how you can FaceTime someone from across the world. They could be like New Zealand or something, and you're in England, and you can still contact them on this little box. I think that is crazy. Fucking Zoom. Anyway, I'm gonna have to do it again. So on the whole, we'd probably say social media is more important, more positive than it is negative.
Yeah.
I'd say so, yeah.
That's a good consensus to have. Right. What else? Is there anything else to cover about social media? No. It's quite done. Right. The Zoom's probably going to do it again. I don't know why it's going to freak out again, but I'm going to edit it, so you're not going to know. So I don't know why I'm saying it. Don't know why I'm announcing it to you, because I'm just going to edit it. But, so I was going to have a tea or coffee debate, which I might actually have to have because I've got both sides of the spectrum here. But obviously there is a massive situation in the world right now that needs discussed. So it's just I never thought I'd live through I'd never thought my eyes would be open to it so much as it has been over the past week or so. So obviously George Floyd was an unarmed black man who had the police called on him for allegedly using is it a forfeit bill, I think you call it, whether counterfeit, sorry, and he was complying with the police. He was doing absolutely nothing wrong, and the officers pinned him down, and then a certain scumbag Derek Chauvin decided to kneel on his neck and essentially take his life. So obviously that is harrowing, and I'm not even going to try and begin to understand what his family's going through or try and say, like, I understand or whatever. All I'm going to say is I congratulate their sheer fucking bravery for going through something that horrible. And I genuinely just hope somehow they find peace one day and that his daughter makes it very far in the world, because that is one brave child. Now, obviously, what has transpired from this is rioting and protesting. Well, what started off, I'll correct myself, started off as peaceful protesting and escalated into riots and looting, and basically America is on fire at the moment. And I don't want to get into, like, because obviously there is a massive widespread debate of how it's being handled on both sides and whatnot. So I don't want to get into the politics of it, because that's, in many ways, not what is needed right now. But yeah, obviously, I'm going to leave another link in this description of the podcast that takes you to a website, and it's separated into a bunch of tabs that will show you what petitions you can sign, where you can donate, and loads of other amazing different things. It's in the link of my Instagram bio, as many people have done, which is amazing. And I'll leave it in the link of this one as well. But yeah, as I said, I don't want to get into the politics of it, because me and Caleb were talking about it before, and we were seeing, I think we can agree, Caleb, on both sides, it's not great. Yeah. Like, I've seen countless videos of completely rightful, peaceful protests. Like, there was this one lad, this one black lad who was literally, he was on his knees with the rest of them, and he was shouting out to the police officers, I respect you and I love you for what you do, and I'm going to exercise my right to peacefully protest. And it was so beautiful. And he just got dragged away, and it just baffles me. And then I've seen police cars ramming into people. But then on the flip side, I've seen videos of, completely innocent members of the public being battered and their businesses destroyed, and black-owned businesses have been destroyed as well. And obviously, I would also like to, similarly for what I said for George Floyd's family, the same for anyone who has been unlawfully murdered by the police, whether that be, I'm not going to say all lives matter, because I don't think that's appropriate, but obviously anyone who's ever been killed unlawfully by the police, I hope you find your peace in whatever afterlife there may be, and that your family does find peace. And also David Dawn, who was I think he was 77. He was a retired police captain. He was black, and he was shot and killed by protesters. And that is obviously absolutely horrendous. So obviously, it probably doesn't mean much coming from me, just a random white lad in Cumbria, of all places, in England. But obviously, all I can do as a human is sign petitions and try and help out as best I can, and just offer my condolences to their family as well. But yeah, on both sides, it's really horrendous. Like I said, innocent members of the public have been attacked and killed. Officers have been killed. Peaceful protests are being shut down when they shouldn't be. The protests have now spread all over the world, and it's getting so crazy. So I just want everyone to stay safe, really. And I really hope we can build a better world after this. I think that's fair to say. But, and another thing is, please don't fucking touch World War II memorials. That's out of the question. Just don't fucking do that. I'm going to swear quite a lot on that, because those men banded together and defeated the real fascists of humanity. And please just don't fucking. There's been, and the Lincoln Memorial as well, it's been defaced in America, and I hope it doesn't spread over here to the UK. Please just don't fucking touch World War II memorials, because that's not the enemy. The enemy is racism, and there is unfortunately racist people out there, and I hope they all either change their ways or be condemned or thrown in fucking prison if you're racist. It's awful. I don't understand how a certain shade of your skin means that you're inferior to people. I don't understand how that's been such a. It's for some people, it's such a strong belief that it's true, and it's unbelievable. But yeah, there's only one race, and that's a human race. And yeah, I've said quite a lot there. I think what I said was quite fair there. But yeah, please just spread the word about petitions and whatnot. Actually make a change, because a lot of people obviously participating in Blackout Tuesday. A lot of people probably would never have heard of the movement before and may not talk about it after this is over, which is not acceptable. It needs to be constantly discussed and constantly talked about until we can finally build this new world that we all deserve. So sorry, just the words just started coming from.
Very well said.
Yeah. Do you guys want to add anything onto that? give me a breather.
I totally agree with everything you've said. I think it's disgusting that we even have to be fighting for the Black Lives Matter movement. It shouldn't even be a movement, because I don't understand how, like you said, with there is only one race, it's a human race, like we're all equal. And I don't understand how anyone could possibly think they're better than someone else because of their skin colour. It just baffles me. But yeah, I totally agree with everything you said. I mean, I also aren't educated enough on the Black Lives Matter movement, and that's got something I'm definitely going to look into and educate myself.
Yeah.
But I think it's important. I mean, the whole thing's obviously extremely important, and I've signed the petitions, and I'm going to educate myself on it, because I think that's a very important thing to do.
Caleb, this meeting will run out, so I'm going to give you a very quick word before I sign off. Would you like to say anything, Caleb?
I just think it's very important for people to be aware of what's going on. Keep an eye on the news. Just keep clued up on how people other than them are treated, and how people are treated based upon how they look or their gender or age or whatever. Because it's important to make sure it didn't happen again, for us to know what's happening and to stop it from happening.
Yeah. Let's fight this together, whether you're gay, black, white, straight, bisexual, whatever. Let's just please try and build a new world. I'll sign off by saying, please follow that link that I'm going to put in the description. It's very helpful. Tea is far better than coffee. Coffee's disgusting. Don't touch the World War II memorials. Everyone, please stay safe, and join me for the next episode. Thank you so much, Caleb, for having your hat trick, and thank you, Holly, for being the first woman and making some diversity. Thank you very much, both of you.
It's been a pleasure.
Bye-bye.
See ya.